Hi, I'm Alexander Hayslip, and I'm here with Nan Mulchandani, CEO of ScaleXtreme. Nan, why don't you tell us a little bit about ScaleXtreme?
Sure. So the history of the company really came from my co-founder and I starting to think about the future of servers and server management. So the public cloud, with the advent of the public cloud, it's becoming more and more important that customers are now starting to think about how to start managing these servers along with the servers inside the firewall in the enterprise. Now, the problem is that most systems management products that helps admins scale and start managing hundreds of thousands of servers are simply out of reach for the normal admin.
What do you mean out of reach?
Out of reach from a cost perspective, thousands and thousands of dollars when you look at products from BMC or other companies, normally in the $1,500 to $2,000 range. So when you're buying a machine now in the public cloud for 9 cents an hour, who's going to spend $2,000 to actually manage a 9 cent an hour machine? The other problem with these products is a question of deployment and time and energy and money. So even when you buy these products, it takes you 6 to 9 months to actually get these products deployed. And even when they're deployed, you're not utilizing them fully. So we really started out with the idea that we had to really fundamentally change the management paradigm to now start being in lockstep with the way the infrastructure was changing. Because infrastructure and management go hand in hand. And while the infrastructure layer is going through a huge amount of commoditization and massive change, the management market was still very static and not moving. So what ScaleXtreme, the vision and the focus for the company, is to fundamentally change the way data center automation and systems management and servers are managed to bring it in line with the efficiencies and the real excitement of the public cloud.
Tell me a little bit about exactly how you're doing that.
So the fundamental of ScaleXtreme really, first and foremost, is it is absolutely instant on. You go to the website, you create a free account, and within minutes you can drop an agent on a server and it's manageable through a web browser.
Minutes?
Within minutes. The product itself, the server agent, self-installs, self-registers, and literally you could be live managing and running jobs, patch management, monitoring everything on a server within minutes.
Wait a second. You said patch management within minutes, install within minutes. It almost sounds too good to be true.
Well, it is too good to be true, so that's why we think of it as the next generation. The idea of instant gratification and instant value is a key part of this next generation of IT. So the ability for you to jump on a website, swipe your credit card, and get a server is a radical thought. Well, why shouldn't management give you the same instant gratification and value for the money that you provide? So that's number one. The other is that the public cloud itself is one area of disruption and things. But a lot of that disruption is now being carried into the enterprise behind the firewall. So this idea with virtualization now, you get very many of the same benefits that you get from the public cloud. Spinning up machines, getting instant value off of that. So one of the other design points for ScaleXtreme was the unification of the servers that you have for the public cloud, say at a Dell Cloud or Amazon or Rackspace, but you need to bring those same characteristics and same management to the servers that you have inside. So because customers, when they're actually spinning up machines outside and they have servers inside, don't think of these as two different types of machines. It's still their management problem. So what ScaleXtreme gives you is this single view across your internal machines and your public cloud machines, all through a single pane of glass, allowing you to manage, patch, monitor, automate, and do cost control and budgeting across your entire stack and your entire set of servers, regardless of geography, provider, and virtualization platform.
Now wait a second. Run this by me again. So physical machines.
Physical machines with operating systems.
Cloud machines.
Cloud machines and virtual machines.
Virtual machines.
All three being managed, same interface, same system. And what's even more exciting is the mobile form factor. So one of the other really interesting changes going on in IT, obviously, there's sort of couple of big trends, right? Cloud is obviously a big trend. Mobility is the other big trend. And what you see is IT admins no longer want to be tethered inside the firewall or on their local network to manage their systems. They want instant access everywhere. You're sitting on your couch, watching a football game on the weekend, drinking a beer. What you want to do is jump on your PC and check the health and status of your data center.
Yeah.
You're over somewhere at a restaurant, a critical issue happens or you're just monitoring something off the line, you actually want to pick up your iPhone and get alerts or get some basic data about the health of your data set.
Now, wait a second. Can you actually do that?
Both of those things exactly we can do. And not only that, but we're enhancing those capabilities because a lot of customers have been coming to us and asking for more and more of that mobile and sort of on-the-go form factor.
So total monitoring solution right there in the palm of my hand for my entire data center. So not just physical stuff, but also in the cloud?
Physical, virtual, public cloud, all three of them covered the same exact way.
Ah, that's remarkable. So tell me, what clouds does ScaleXtreme currently support?
So we started out by supporting obviously all the big ones that existed back when we started. So Amazon EC2, Rackspace obviously. And we've actually now started adding a very large number of newer clouds that we think of as the emerging cloud vendors. Many or all of them based on VMware vCloud. For instance, the Dell Cloud is on vCloud. A number of other providers like BlueLock and others. And then OpenStack and CloudStack are obviously two other emerging technologies which we support natively. And over time, we'll be adding a whole number of OpenStack and CloudStack-based ones. So the way we've architected the platform is any cloud that is built on open standards or established standards out there, VMware vCloud, EC2, OpenStack, CloudStack, all become easily added to the ScaleXtreme system. And as a matter of fact, if you have an account or setting up a cloud, you can actually easily add it with actually no professional services or not even needing to call ScaleXtreme. You just go into the interface, add a cloud, and you're ready to go.
Goes back to that instant gratification that you talked about.
All about instant, mobile, and cloud.
Wow.
So,
tell me a little bit about the automation piece of this. I know a lot of smaller companies aren't used to doing automation because, as you said, there are so many barriers to begin with.
right.
How do you see them using it today?
Yeah, that's a great point. So most of the customers that we talk to have been cobbling together automation solutions literally through manual operations, right? So they write a script in Perl or Python or in Shell or PowerShell for Windows, and they manually operate those, gather the output, and have to drop those scripts on 50 or 100 servers and get those going. So what we've done in our product is what we think of as lightweight and simple automation. Is the idea that you can take any one of your manual processes that you're using today in the language that you use with the content that you've created, and literally within minutes, again, this instant gratification idea, you take your script, you drop it into the cloud in our product, and within a couple of clicks, you can be automating and running scripts across your public clouds and private clouds through our single interface. So literally, you don't have to rewrite your scripts, you don't have to change them, you don't have to have any proprietary ScaleXtreme content. You can take your existing script that runs on your existing servers, drop them into ScaleXtreme, and you get instant automation.
Wow. So one-to-many must be a huge time saver.
It's a huge time saver, and not only that, but you actually get a lot of benefits of doing that you normally wouldn't ever get through, for instance, doing this manually. So let me just give you a couple of examples. Sure. Let's say you're a team of a couple of IT admins, and there's one person who has control of one script. They have a latest version of it. Well, if that person is not available for an hour or two, or is out on vacation, or they lose their PC, or they leave the company, nobody else in the team has access or has the latest copy of that script. So all of a sudden now it becomes who has the version of the script that's the latest one, or what did we run on this particular machine? So our system actually has full version control for scripting and automation. So you can always go back in history, look at what's the latest. You have a single copy in the cloud that everyone actually has a 360-degree, the latest copy of. Second point is currently if you want to manually run a script, let's say on Linux, you're using something like cron. Well, in a system like cron, you're either FTPing or copying that script over on 50 or 100 servers. Again, you don't know which is the latest version. Let's say you made one change. You're now making a copy across 50 or 100 machines. And when those scripts run, who handles the output? So the output gets generated and run on that machine, and now you have to go gather output from 50 or 100 machines.
It's complicated.
All of this is centralized in ScaleXtreme. So the benefit of a product like ours is it gives you an automation framework. You plug in your own content, use your own processes, do things yourself. You decide how you want to run things, when you want to run things. What we're giving you is simply a framework to basically do things in a much faster way, a much more automated, more comprehensive, and trackable way.
Sounds amazing. I want some of this instant gratification that you're pitching. Where can I learn more?
Very easy. ScaleXtreme.com. We have tons and tons of information about the product. But, instead of reading about it, the easiest thing you can do is just go click on the free edition button up in the top right. You get a free account. You get an unlimited number of servers. You can automate to your heart's content. You can do anything else. We have a couple of features which are actually paid features, like, for instance, patch remediation. You get patch scanning for free. You can remediate with the paid edition. And things are actually, we've made automation so cheap. It's pay as you go. It's literally swipe your credit card. It's either $5 or $10 a month a server, and really nobody to call, nobody to talk to. You just go self-service, get automation going, and be happy.
Sounds good. I look forward to some of that happiness. And of course, if you have any questions, Nand has made himself available. Just drop an email to info@scaleextreme.com, and I'm sure you'll be monitoring that, right?
We will be.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.